Uh, uh, uh. Oh, look, it worked this time. Crazy. uh. Hello, how you doing? My name's Elias J. Dodger. How you doing, governors? Hello. It's the Elias. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. How are we all doing? I honestly, okay, what was it? Zilgrim, thank you for the water redeem because I have cried earlier today. I haven't posted about it yet, but like, I'm gonna talk about it. It's better than yesterday, right? It's better than yesterday. Water, yeah. Coming to the stream, I cried. Another water. Okay, so basically, right, compared to yesterday, where it was just that I had some personal things and then it just kind of hit me like a brick's truck in therapy, right? Today...
We love you, Mother. You do whatever is best for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That's one way to say hi. Yeah, exactly. But, today... Okay, so I was working from home, right? And when I'm working from home, like, this week in particular as well, I've been, like, the only one in my office. So, a lot of the time, like, it's just kind of me alone, just, like, left to my thoughts, and I don't like that very often. So, like, sometimes I put on, like, a film or, like, a show in the background, and today I had the very smart choice to watch Dancer in the Dark. It was not a smart choice. In fact, it was a rather terrible choice, and I hated it. Hit you like that semi-truck hitting. Yeah, just like that, yeah. So, like, Dancer in the Dark, if you don't know what it is, it's a film by Lars von Trier, who is a person. He's, weird. Dance around that duck. No, Dancer in the Dark. Dancer in the Dark. There we go. Yeah, Lars von Trier is a person that exists. And admittedly, I have seen some of his films, and like, the way, you know how I've talked in the past about, like, when you watch or read stuff from people that are, like, problematic or so, it's like, you can still respect the art, but also be aware, like, the person behind it isn't, like, the greatest, right? That's kind of how I view watching, like, Lars von Trier's stuff. And it was, like, my friend had recommended it for, like, a good while, as just, like, oh yeah, you know, this one's, like, an interesting one from his, filmography. I've seen The House That Jack Built, I've seen Nymphomaniac, I've seen Antichrist, which are, like, his later works. I've heard about Melancholia, I believe, is that him, actually? Melancholia. It is, yes. Yeah, so I've seen, like, House That Jack Built, Nymphomaniac, and what was the other one? I just said it. Antichrist. That one has a good old Willem Dafoe in it as well. Love Willem Dafoe. He's one of my favourite actors. I think he's amazing. Content creators I discover and enjoy trying not to do literally the worst thing imaginable seconds later. Look, all I'm doing is just watching disturbing films. There's millions of people out there that do it. But, so Dancer in the Dark was part of his earlier, filmography. It's got Bjork in it. Bjork is the main actress in the film. Unfortunately, she said she went through some, like, pretty nasty shit with that film. And, you know, that fucking sucks, man. She didn't have to go through, like, that. You know, it's not nice to read about. But, like, I was still curious about what the film is, right? And, safe to say, I fucking sobbed like a fucking baby. Oh god, it fucking got me. Like, it just, like, stunned, like, I guess the best way I can describe it is compared to like some of the other films, like, okay, I've seen like other Lars von Trier, right? And a lot of them are very outlandish. Like, very outlandish, almost like, not fantasy, but like going into ideas of like, I guess, heaven, hell, and just generally like, just the total absurd, right? And I was really shocked at how like, realistic and grounded the concept of Dancer in the Dark was. Like, effectively a girl with, I guess, maladaptive daydreaming, and just like an intense love of musicals, and, you know, like, I think as well, like, quite like autistic coded as a character, I would say. That was like a me reading of it. But the ending of that film, the last fucking 10 minutes of that film, I thought I could, like, you know, for like at least halfway through the film, things just start gradually going downhill, right? Joji's on. Is it? Oh no, that's Dancing in the Dark, isn't it? Wait, I'm trying to remember the lyrics. What is it? Dance in the dark. That one, yeah. Let's be real. Joji's one is way more fucking pleasant, right? Look, fella. I was watching it, and at the start I was thinking, okay, I'll watch this with fella, right? Like, I'll watch this and be like, oh, fella, this is a good film. You like, you know, let's watch it or whatever. I don't want to watch it again. Flat out, it's one of those films that's just like, no, that was too painful. I described it to my friends who have seen it. I've described it as, like, I don't know if you want to cover your ears, fella, if you do want to see it, or if you have seen it, I don't know. But, I described it, spoiler warning, as Green Mile on steroids. It was, oh, fuck, it was painful. It was so fucking painful. Yeah, and, like, that last 10 minutes or so, like, I couldn't hold back, and I was just like, fuck. And it just kept going, and it just kept getting progressively worse, and I'm like, fuck. And yeah, like, I think the last... That sounds like something I would just straight up quit at some point. That, honestly, totally valid. Like, I quit with Skinamarink, I said that before. Like, Skinamarink was one of those films where I was like, I couldn't do it. And I don't think I'll go back to Skinamarink. I think, from the sounds of the rest of the film, I don't think I want to subject myself to that. And that's valid, that's fine. Have you considered watching the Garfield movie instead? You know what? Good idea. I haven't seen it in years, and I honestly wouldn't mind doing a rewatch of it. Because, like, it's such a silly film. It's like, what's it, Bill Murray, right? It's Bill Murray that's Garfield? Or have I got that wrong? Garfield movie. The live action one, specifically, because that's the funny one. It was Chris Pratt? Nah. Oh wait, no, that's a new one. Okay. I got really confused there. I'm like, no, that's not fucking Chris Pratt. It was Bill Murray. I've had a Skinamarink, and yeah, no, I don't know what you thought. Yeah, exactly. Like, I enjoy... Like, okay, it's weird to say, like, I enjoy disturbing, like, extreme horror, I guess is probably the best way to describe it. Like, disturbing films / extreme horror. I just think, like, artistically, I find it a really interesting medium, particularly in regards to, like, the way it uses metaphor, and the way, like, it, you know, and just, like, construction-wise, like, you know, sometimes, like, I'll watch, like, a Cronenberg, right, and then just be like, how the fuck does he pull that off? You know, like, the practical effects, you know, I was watching, like, The Substance, and just like, how do you pull that off? The same thing goes for, like, extreme horror. It's just like, how the fuck do you pull, like, any of that off, you know? Like, I think one of the really interesting ones that fella showed me, admittedly the film, like, I got a little bit tired during it, but he showed me one called Be My Cat, a film for Anne. I believe that's the title. A like, indie film, right? And what's really interesting about that is It's primarily in English, right? But they, okay, where are they from actually? Be My Cat, a film for Anne. It was filmed in, okay, they're Romanian, but the film was like in English language, and you see it in the film with like the actresses and stuff. Is that sometimes they'll
And
switch.
for our next announcement, Garfield will be played by Chris Pratt, Nermal will be played by Jack Black, John will be played by Danny DeVito, Odie will be played by Seth Rogen.
John is Danny DeVito. I love that. Hello, Mario. It's a me, a Garfield. And that's super monotone Chris Pratt voice. Yeah, it's a me, a Garfield. But yeah, so what's really interesting about that film is when the actresses are like out of character, like when they're like just being natural, they speak in Romanian, and you see the main character, who's also the director, you see him go, English please, because effectively he's being like, we're still filming, please stay in character. If it's like, what I assume is they'd probably cut if like they stay in Romanian, because then it's like, okay, there's a serious thing going on here. Because it was like a very like guerrilla type of filmmaking. So I think there's like a point where like the police actually do sort of like do a checkup and just be like, are you guys okay? and it's so interesting as a film, just conceptually, like just the way like English is almost used as like the, we are in character, we are on scene, please stay on scene. And you see them like where they're sort of like, where he's having to sort of like make the actress be like, okay, we're still on scene, like please speak in English and we can still be in character. It's really, really fascinating. I found that I liked that, you know, just like that little behind the scenes glimpse of sorts. And all he says is that, and all he says in his name is like a shouting voice. Yeah, that'd be amazing, like a Pokemon, like he just shouts John whenever he has something to say. Yeah. John. Honestly, I have really been thinking about doing a watch along at some point. I don't know what. And like, I was kind of half thinking about it today, because I have been saying about watching Alien Stage, because I've just never watched it. But like, my one worry about doing watch-alongs is mainly, like, okay, watch-along with a film, you can kind of get away with, right? Because you can, like, I guess, like, mute desktop sounds or whatever, and you can, what's the word? You can, like copyright, right? Yeah, that's it, copyright. Copyright isn't as much of an issue with a watch-along. You can be like, hey, I'm watching this, here's the timestamp, yada yada yada, right? But like, what was the thing I was thinking about is like, I guess like watching YouTube videos and stuff, like, I don't want to be the sort of person that's just like sitting there reacting like, yeah, I don't want to be that. Okay, that was funny. Elias with a big impact font timer counting up in front of her. Yeah, sorta. Like, I try and do like a little cinema background or so it looks like I'm sitting in a cinema with you guys or whatever. That could be cute. But yeah, like, I don't know what film I would do with a watch-along like that. It'd be nice to do a horror film. There are some infants that are more entertaining than the reaction YouTube. Kiwi, you're not fucking wrong there. Well, I was saying that me and Fella have been watching, like, ObscureTube. A lot of the time we get, like, kids just making, like, little videos and stuff. Fucking comedy gold. That'd be cute. Yeah. Like, yeah, I think.
I like a do da cha cha. I like a dua da cha cha.
Nice. But yeah, I think like when it comes to watching YouTube videos, my one worry is being that sort of person that's like not offering their input. I feel like if I did, and it's like, this is me also being like it because again, I've said about watching Alien Stage, because I've never watched Alien Stage, and I would like to, I want to do it knowing that I can say something interesting. I feel like with the Epic one, I would be more inclined to be like, okay, I can say something interesting here. I feel like with Alien Stage, I'm not sure. Like, I can definitely like, praise it and stuff, because I know the animator is very, very fucking good. I'm just like scared that like, plot-wise, whatever, I'm just like, not saying anything new, I guess. Hello guys, welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play. Today we are going to be mining for diamonds. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be entirely honest. We did a little mining off camera. Yeah, I'm gonna be entirely honest. It will probably be a very, very, very long while until you get any sort of like Minecraft stream from me. The day I stream Minecraft is an event. Because I don't like playing Minecraft. Granted, right? Okay, if I'm correct, didn't they say in an update that they would be doing, like, a better thing regarding the save? Of, like, you lose your stuff, oh, you don't have to lose all your stuff? Because, honestly, that might convince me to go back. Because I think that's probably the one thing I'm not a big fan of in Minecraft. I'm a fucking bitch, I know that, right? We should watch Parkour Civilization. Maybe? Pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Oh. That caught my throat a little bit. I don't even like Minecraft. I was just quoting a video from a kid. Nice. That's always been a thing. You just gotta turn a camera on. Really? Oh man, I'm dumb. But yeah, I think it's also that, like, when I have played with people, I think it's like, I know that Fella can probably be like, yeah, that sounds true, right? Because it feels like my knowledge of how to do a good build is minimal, right? And it feels like everyone else that I know can do some really interesting big builds, and I'm like, I don't have the fucking energy for that. I'll never do it again. Yeah, console command on Java and a world option on Bedrock. Oh, right. Yeah, like, but again, I don't know. Minecraft, like, hasn't really struck me, as a game where it's like, yeah, I gotta go back to that. Yeah, I love Minecraft. Yeah, it's like, nah, it's just like it exists. I respect it. It's just not really my cup of tea. And I'm kind of the sort of person that's like, I don't want to make content and stream things that I don't like, like, even though I don't really like horror games, they are entertaining. I don't like horror games because they scare me. I've enjoyed, like, every horror game we've played so far. I think, I just don't like being scared. I love watching horror films. I love watching extreme horror. I don't like being scared. Get some mods. Maybe, I don't know. But again, I don't know. Minecraft just doesn't really interest me in that sort of way. You stream your interest. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think that's, I think next week or so, I'll definitely try and get round to doing KOF. My one worry is I do really want to grind out in Street Fighter. And I was going to do Street Fighter today, but then I was like, ugh, I'm tired. I want to have a chill stream today. Like, I'll probably play Streets over the weekend or something. But, yeah. Yeah, thank you. Whoa! Huh. I didn't know that. That's crazy. The command that sets up Cozy Elias also triggers the, what is that one? It's like the code box on where on the browser it sets up the code box, that sort of thing. If I set up a modded snap, would you join? I don't know. I know you said you wanted me to help out with something, and I don't mind helping you out, but the likelihood of me joining is ridiculously low. I just don't find Minecraft that fun. If I find it fun, it's for exactly a week. Just a sad face. Yeah, like, I'd help you set up something, but I don't think I'd want to stream it, let alone, like, unless you need it streamed for, like, your help, like, for your purposes. But yeah, yeah, I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's just, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't tickle my brainstem. I did have a thought, actually, before the stream started. Because, like, you know, I've watched this film, cried my fucking eyes out, right? And then I'm like, have I listened to enough Damocles today? Is part of my, like, mental health recovery, is it just listening to more Damocles? I know it's like, Elias, there are other songs out there, but it's like, no, it's gotta be Damocles! I need it to be Damocles! You know what sucks, right? You know what sucks? I was entirely fucking considering taking Friday off work, like next Friday, because the album drops, right? And I was just considering, like, maybe doing a stream or something where I just do, like, first reactions and just, like, list, like, okay, I'm listening to this song right now, and then just being like... I was so considering that. Or just fucking, like, grabbing a drink, laying on the floor, just listening to it on repeat for, like, the entire day, doing nothing else. But I can't do that because I'm, like, the only one in full-time right now and it fucking sucks. It happens, you know. Basically, like, you know, we had a lot of, like, annual leave, we had a lot of sick leave, and one of my team, like, has been sort of, like, shrunk down a bit, and then one of my team members left, like, really suddenly, and I'm like, fuck, it's just me! Like, there's people in, but they're, like, reduced hours or, like, part-time, so it's practically just me, and, like, I do really appreciate my boss, because my boss sort of, like, said to me, like, hey, Elias, it's basically gonna be you next week, like, we know that the workload will probably, like, increase and stuff, don't burn yourself out, and I really appreciate that, like, because, yeah, it has increased a lot, the workload, but, like, what can you fucking do, you know, I'm like, we can only do our best, right, and I'm sure, like, by the end of next week it will be better, but yeah, if they don't pay you more, I'm inclined to give them any pity. I don't know, like, maybe it's just me, I'm not that sort of person that, like, okay, I'll be honest, like, my wage is, like, pretty damn good, it's not, like, fucking, like, it's not, like, you know, oh god, that's crazy money, right? I'm not on fucking that, but for the job I do and stuff, I'm pretty happy with what I am paid, and, you know, I'm in a good position, I would say, even though I've got weird fucking, like, financial trauma and I don't like spending money, I'm in a pretty good financial position. Enough to justify buying commissions. Yes, exactly, you know. Like, I probably would have stayed on, like, honk or whatever had my wages not been, like, decent enough to justify, like, oh yeah, I can buy a commission, I can buy a live 2D model, right? yeah, like, I'm in a good, like, you know, I'm in a good position, and I think, you know, there's problems, you know, like, what job doesn't have its problems, right? Like, I would say, I think the one thing I've sort of said is that, like, they changed the structure, and they were like, oh, you can, like, you can navigate through the organization better, right? I don't think that's the case with my one. Like, the stuff I do for my work, and, like, the lack of, I guess, like, what's the word? I guess, like, upskilling, I guess? There's, like, a lack of opportunities like that. I have brought this up. And said, I don't, you know, I would like to progress, but I don't think I can with the current layout. So, you know, they know. So that's good. But yeah, I don't mind my job. I don't mind it. It's, for my lifestyle and everything, it really fits quite nicely. I don't struggle with, like, everything in it. You know, there's the occasional, like, oh, that's a weird thing. I might have to run that by someone, whatever. But I like it. It's, it suits me nice. Yeah. But all things considered, if something better came around, I would probably jump at the new thing. I think what's nice about it is that, like, as I've said, like, you know, my pay isn't too bad. And I feel like that's really nice where, like, I guess artistically I can focus on, you know, I finish up, I can, like, come and do my art and stuff. I always think that's probably the best part about it. Because, I think, like, I think there's a massive stigma around that, like, as an artist, you've got to be suffering. I did think about maybe doing a video essay on this, about the idea that Van Gogh ruined a fucking generation of artists. Not necessarily Van Gogh himself, but the legacy he left, and how it's kind of made society think of the artist as, like, on the fringes and mentally unwell and things like that, right? Like, the myth of Van Gogh at a point, you know, Van Gogh's real, right? But, like, I think his story of the tortured artist has become so, like, mythologized that people think every artist has to be the tortured artist, right? And I think, I was listening to something that, what was it? The Artist's Way, lady. Oh, I'm so bad with names. The Artist's Way... Julia Cameron. I knew it was a Julia something. I was trying to remember what Julia. I think at one point she mentioned that it was... oh god, I think it was T.S. Eliot. Was it T.S. Eliot? T.S. Eliot. I believe it was T.S. Eliot. I'm gonna double check this. Yes. T.S. Eliot was a banker. And, like, you know, I believe, like, while he was still doing his art, he was a banker. And, like, I think she talked about that through that lens of, like, why do we have to assume that being an artist means that you have to, like, struggle, you know? Or, like, why do we have to assume that the artist is, you know, struggling mentally, physically, financially, yada yada yada, right? Like, every artist is different. But we always get so caught up in this idea that, like, the artist is the tortured artist, and they have to be suffering, and they have to struggle for their work to mean something, right? Like, it was just, I think it was, like, a nice thought, you know, because, I think there's probably times, maybe, where I felt a little, I don't know, guilty? like, just, like, maybe I think, okay, I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna have a bit of an honest moment here. I did my little, like, morning pages today. They're not, like, the contents of them, usually I try not to talk about, because, honestly, a lot of the time it's fucking nothing, but, like, like, they are, like, sort of a private thing. But I will say, like, I did some pages today, and I noticed that, like, the voice that cropped up in my writing, was, like, highly self-critical. Highly self-critical. Very much like, are you really an artist if you're not putting shit out there? That sort of thing, right? And it was like, it was interesting. It was interesting to recognize that critic was, like, still very much in me. I think from, like, yesterday's session or so, I think I had a real moment of just like, like, my artist is, I guess, more bruised than I... This probably sounds like a bunch of fucking nonsense. But, like, I think there's a part of me that realised my artist really needed some healing. And it's weird, actually, because yesterday, when I was, like, fucking sad and whatnot, I managed to get over a block I had with a particular project I was writing. And I think I completed the first draft. But, like, I said this to my therapist. I said, like, I had this one, like, artistic achievement, right? And I was really proud of it. But, like, ever since, I've not viewed it in that way. Like, it's an achievement, but I feel like every time I think about it, I'm like, but I could write it better, or, you know, it was only, like, a small thing, or, like, you know, it doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things. It's like, fucking hell, be kinder to yourself! The way the wider world took that story and ran the implications. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Not gonna lie, I've just spent the last 10 minutes drawing John as a Pokemon star. I think he's a Charmander. You're not suffering enough. Do what that one guy didn't cut your ear off.
Progress is progress, Elias. I think you've done great, Ethna 22 head pat.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think my problem, right, to get to, like, the crux of the issue, is I've always, like, held results very highly. And I feel like I've very much struggled to get results. So I kind of delegitimize what I have done because it's not results. Like, I'm not showing things, you know? The best way I can describe it is I've been asked sometimes, like, when I talk about, like, friends, like, art, like, achievements, it's like, oh, how's your writing coming along? And part of me doesn't want to admit that I struggle, and then another part of me ends up, like, interpreting that as, like, where's your results? You're not showing results. Are you doing anything? And it's like, fuck, man, fuck! So yeah, I think that's probably where it ties in, right? Get one thing out the door is more than most. Exactly. Like, fuck, you know, the fact that I'm streaming now in of itself is an achievement, right? It's not what I can, like, super brag about to people, because, you know, I don't really want half my family watching my streams. You know, I don't really want them seeing me first about Luke to the nth degree. Or, like, you know, I meet someone, or, like, my work or whatever, I'm just like, no, I don't really want to tell you about this. I'm kind of, like, weird and quirked up here. I don't really want that public. Yeah, like, but even then, like, the fact that I've started this in of itself is an achievement, right? But I guess there's probably times where, like, you know, I guess it's imposter syndrome a bit. I never know if imposter syndrome is the right word, but, like, I don't necessarily feel like it's probably that as much as it's like, you know, what's the phrasing here? It's like, I'm I do a thing, and that thing in of itself is an achievement. But then I'm always like, but you know, like say streaming, right? Say streaming. Let's take streaming as like the example here, because it's probably the one people will understand the most, I guess. Like I do a streaming thing and I hit like a milestone or something, right? And then I'm like, you know, but most people won't see my streaming, right? Like my family won't be able to, you know, see half of my streams. They don't know how well like I have been doing or stuff. You know, like at what point will it be like, yeah, they can like start understanding that I am succeeding. I think I've tied my success to the perceptions of the people around me, which is not a fucking healthy mindset in the slightest, right? like it's, you know, I can do a thing, but if it's perceived badly, then I'm a failure, right? Yeah. And it's weird. It's weird. The thing is, though, beyond that, I'm okay. You're losing the trees for the forest. True, yeah. Plot twist, all your family is discreetly spying on you. No, God, no! If I'm just hanging out with my brother, and then he brings up, like, Luke, he's like, oh yeah, you said Luke this one time, I'm killing him. Or for me, if it's just I don't get an infused... Yes, absolutely! Oh my god. Like, I've definitely felt that, where it's like, if the enthusiasm isn't at the level that that I hoped it would be, then it's just like, fuck! What did I do this for? And like, I think, to I guess paraphrase what sort of got to me yesterday, I think it was the idea of being censored in the art that I produce. Because, you know, you guys hear me talk about like extreme horror and stuff, right? Like the art that I make is very like inspired by the things that I have consumed, right? I can't say I've produced anything like as extreme as like some of the things I've seen, but like I would say like weirdness is always something I've really valued in creative stuff, and honesty, right? I really love art that's honest and confessional. Maybe not like, you know, just like an outward, oh yeah, I'm telling you everything, right? just being honest with like yourself and your experiences, right? I love that so much. And I think like I had this one experience where I felt like it was almost a bit of censorship, and I realized I never grieved that. Because like I don't think the person necessarily meant it that way, but I felt like I interpreted it in that way of like, you probably shouldn't have made a work that was this, right? And I think there was one where it was like, can you do a happier story next time? Which is probably meant in like a nice, well-meaning way. But I think in my head, I probably went into like, oh no, they don't like the sad story. That's probably not what they meant, but I felt like my brain probably jumped to the worst possible interpretations, right? But then this other one did feel like very much like almost censorship, almost like you shouldn't be talking about something like this. And I think like at the time I sort of said to myself, it's just like, yeah, it's just a bit of feedback. It's nothing deep, right? No one's ever gonna truly like it. But it was like from someone rather close, and I don't think I ever like truly let myself feel the weight of it. And like grieve and move on, I think, because like this other work I've been producing, right, has also been like to an extent rather confessional. And I said to them, I said like my therapist, I said like, I'm scared. I'm scared of the reaction of it. Like, as I'm, you know, I have a block on it. If only because every time I think about it, I keep thinking about their reaction. It's like, the fuck? just fucking do it. It's your fucking art. Yeah. I should give it a go. Let's try and write something on stream that will get us banned. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I do that all the time. As in smart or gore. I would prefer gore. I would prefer gore. I mean, writing smart could be. I've never done it. Right? Like, I've never like written it. I wrote this one story that did have a sex scene, but I made it very tasteful. It was very much like, yeah, and then they had sex. But like, you know, of course with literary finesse and stuff, right? But I've never like actually just wrote flat out smart. That could be a fun challenge. I don't know what I'd write on. It'd probably be Luke. No, I'm not doing that. No. Oh, the cheap views. Yeah, of course, yeah. Technically still correct. What's smart? Okay, Kiwi. When people love each other very, very, very much, they do a funny dance, right? They do funny little dances, and and smart is effectively when people write about the funny dance. Let's read Luke fanfics. Wait. I actually would. Like, okay, but the thing is, I would like it submitted. I wouldn't want to read fanfics without permission, you know? Okay, there's a part of me that's curious now, right? I'm gonna go on AO3. Because, okay, what I'm thinking here, you need to work with me here. Oh, I can even write this! Fella, you've given me an fucked up evil idea. What if I write Luke x Elias fanfic?
Runs up to legs, clap, 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 clap. Takes big huff of cigarette. Was that good for you, Luke?
I was mid-mouthful of water. I was so close to spitting that out. Was that good for you, man? Whew. That was intense. Mellow Elias is fucking gone. We're back to silly mode. I'm talking about writing fanfic on stream. Oh god. Oh, that already got to me. Okay, right. I'm on AO3. Now we want to go to Street Fighter 6. I don't use AO3 a lot, I'm gonna be honest. I don't read a lot of fanfic. I respect fanfic. I don't read a lot of it, though. Oh my god, they have, like, 2 fanfics on Skate. I love when there's, like, really weird fanfic categories. Like, why is this a category? Like, okay. Just looking at the S category, right? There's gotta be another one that's, like, really odd. Okay. I think I found Street Fighter. Yeah, I'm in, like, the Street Fighter area. Subway service! It has synopsis for the Luke x Elias meeting fanfic. You know what we could do? Okay, you know what? The way I'm half convinced to do this on stream today. I probably won't do it today. But, like, we could go to, like, I guess, fanfic tropes or something, right? Like, find, like, the general, this is a template that's often used in fanfic of, like, they're sharing one bed, or coffee AU, or something like that, right? And then, like, we make a fanfic based off that. Prompt writing! Can we not read Garfield fanfic instead? No, it's gotta be Luke! Elias X Luke prompt fix, yeah! Garfield X Luke Street Fighter 6. You know what's funny? I'm not the one that prompted any of this Garfield stuff. This is just Kiwi. Kiwi just has Garfield on the brain. Alright. Okay, is it Street Fighter video games with 98 or Street Fighter with... Oh, it's probably the one with Street Fighter with 2000. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord, that's, tags. Oh, baby. Oh. Basically, like, some of the most extreme tags just stun-locked me in the face. I'm actually looking for safe work this time, right? Okay, general audiences. We want general audiences. Characters. We definitely want Luke. There's 243, right? Okay, relationships. Okay, there's Jamie and Luke, which is cute. They are cute, right? Is there one for Luke X Reader? That's all I need to know. Okay, right. Okay, this is the thing. I'm noticing this instantly. They're all in Japanese and Chinese. I can't read them. Kisses Garfield on the neck, caressing his orange fluffy head. Hope you don't mind if I go full beast mode. And Garfield's like, I hate Mondays. Okay, right. There's gotta be one that's in English, right? Okay, there's one. There's one that's in English. Freeform, memories, post-time skip. Post-end Look, I want one that's, like, marginally safe, okay? I clicked general audiences. Any Monday's a good Monday in bed with you, Luke from Street Fighter 6. His last name's Sullivan, he has a last name. Right, okay, I need to see if there's like a tag for Luke X Reader, because if not, that's a void. Yes! Yes! Ah! Okay, right. Oh, after stream I know what I'm doing. Oh, good. Hello, Trill. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. I was not looking through AO3 at Luke Sullivan X Reader fanfics. Oh, good lord. Elias, please continue. Okay, right. I mean, I'm just here like, oh god, I want to read these, but like, I don't want to read them without permission, right? Like, I want to like, if I could, I'd like to like contact the writers and be like, I'd love to read this on the stream, but then like, I don't want to read it without permission, right? Oh my god, there's like fucking 5! No! There's 5 works! I'm not even kidding. There are 5 works in the Luke Sullivan X Reader tag. This is heartbreaking. We need more. If not Luke X Reader, it's Luke X Elias. Which is basically the same thing, but it's me. Message you offers on the website. Yeah, maybe. Probably can't really do it right now. Law, have to learn. Have fun reading. Thank you. Be the sixth. Have you considered just reading Garfield X Rated instead? Does that exist? Fuck it, we're looking that up. Does that exist? I guess it would be in graphic novels, right? Like, I need to search up the numbers. Okay. Garfield, all media types. There we go. If it does, then I'm a prophet. Of course it doesn't lie, it's a bad thing. Yeah, but how much? Does Garfield X Reader have more than Luke X Reader, right? This is what we need to know. Fucking good god. Okay, there's Garfield / original character. There's John Arbuckle Reader, which has more than Luke X Reader. By one. I'm sorry. I just saw Garfield X Sans on the tail. Ooh, and there's 4 of them. Oh. Johnny Bravo X Papyrus. Oh, wait, this is one, and it's called White Urple. The tags are, it's by I Forsey. Graphic depictions of violence, major character death, Garfield X Sans Undertale, Maiden Nagito X Sans Undertale, Sans Nagito Garfield, crack treated seriously, why did I write this, why he Urple XD, Angston Porn, Ribs used as xylophone, cheating, blood and violence. I'm not gonna lie, that reaction you did look like you got hit by a fucking cannonball the way you ragdolled off the side when you realised it. Yeah! Crossover ships, baby! Absolutely. Garfield X Naruto! Oh, good lord. Oh, this is fucking... this has cheered me up fucking immensely. Just like conceptually just thinking about as well Luke X Reader and specifically like making it by me and doing it based off prompts. I love it. Conceptually, I love it. I need to do that. You've discovered a gold mine. I get a thank you for accidentally making you discover this. Thank you, Kiwi. Everyone in chat say thank you, Kiwi. Kiwi did a funny. It doesn't. It's only less than Luke Sullivan X Reader by 1. in the Garfield Sans Undertale, it's 1 less. Good draw a pic of Elias being all flustered in bed with Luke and Garfield. Oh. I'm not even kidding. Right? If anyone draws me with Luke Sullivan, I'm like, I will honestly like frame that shit. That shit, that's going in like my personal folder, and I'm just gonna stare at it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be honest, right? I have commissioned some art, but it's Luke, right? I'm testing the waters because I've only commissioned like art of something else 1 time, right? Which is Fella's Fight Stick, actually, and it came out lovely. But, right. You don't. Okay, right. I can tell you this much. It should be tasteful. It should be tasteful, right? But, basically, the artist in question, I've been following them for a bit, and then they posted like a thing that was just like, that is a hard sell. Yes, I will join the waitlist. I'm not gonna say any more about it because they're still, you know, the payment's been taken. They're gonna be working on it. But I do have like the, you know, I think generally when I do commissions, I always do like the commercial rights included. Not necessarily the like merchandising part, but at least like the, yeah, I'm streaming, so I'll probably like talk about it on streams and stuff, and like, you know, I'm a content creator, so invariably it'll be used in streaming. It just makes it safer. I guess like, it's just like a safer bet. Should what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm innocent here. I am so innocent. But like, okay. But here's my thinking, right? I want to see how it comes out to commission some art of Luke, and then get the confidence to be like, I'm going to do self-shipping. Like, wait, no, wrong time! I didn't say self-shipping, I did, like, me with Luke, right? Not self-shipping, no, you didn't hear that, erase your memory, erase, Miku Beam, fucking, you didn't hear that. Damn, Elias self-shipping would go hard. What's self-shipping? Basically, Elias x Elias. Like, when you ship yourself with yourself. No, I mean, like, but yeah, I genuinely would commission art that is like Elias x Luke, because I'm that parasocial at this point. I want to see it for scientific purposes. I want to see how that would look, right? Oh, okay. but speaking of, I commissioned two very lovely little bits. I actually don't think I have them on my computer. I think I've only got them on my phone. I commissioned two bits of Fella and I. Emmy helped me find some, and I really appreciate that. Can I do a shout out to Emmy? I'm so bad at shout outs, right? I'm so bad at shout outs. Is this right? Yeah. Go give some fucking love to Emmy. That's so fucking funny. But like, yeah, they gave me some links, and I was like, thank you, Emmy. I appreciate ya. Except instead of Luke, it's Garfield wearing a comically accurate Luke costume. Wait, I just thought. I had an idea, like a. Okay. Elias with Luke, right, at the wedding, right, and it's like, I object to the marriage, and you'd think it would be Fella, right? No, it's Garfield. Garfield, yes, exactly. We don't know why. We don't know what the relationship between Elias and Garfield is. It's just that Garfield objects to the union. And rather than like a massive fucking like crying thing, it's like almost like a really hushed conversation of like, yo man, like what the hell? And Garfield's like, I'm sorry, Luke from Streets, it just had to be that way. Wait, I have an idea. I have an amazing idea. Give me a second. Okay. Then Garfield opts in the skin suit and it's Elias the self-ship. This crack ship goes so hard. I was gonna say suspiciously Taka-covered Akuma, but that's hilarious. Taka-covered Akuma. He's gunning for Luke. And I'm like, no, don't take my husband from me! Oh god. Damn it, you guys have single-handedly, you people have single-handedly convinced me to fucking do a fanfic writing stream. Okay, right. Do you guys want to see an announcement? I'm just thinking, if I don't do it now, I'll never fucking do it. Are you guys ready for a little announcement? It's a fun one. It's a fun announcement. Would you like to see an announcement? Set up a poll. Do I do an announcement? Yes, let's go. Okay. Right. Today, anything for you, lady. Wow, that crawled in my skin. Alrighty. Okay, the announcement is, this has been a bit in the, I think we're still cooking some stuff, right? We're still cooking some stuff, but I am very, very excited to present to you guys, to everyone here, to chat, to all, my first major event. The VTuber Twitch Chat Improv Show. So I need to explain what this is conceptually, right? Because, as you can see as well, Fella's on it. So Fella's gonna be my lovely co-host. Which is basically just me dragging him along, being like, do this with me. And then he's like, okay. Who the fuck is that balls bastard? Yeah, I wonder. Okay, right. So, this is, I love this little poster that I made, it's cute. We've got a bunch of VTubers that have put their interest down, right? So, okay, the plan so far is on the, I need to double check the date, 17th. On the 17th, we're gonna do this for the first time, right? We're gonna do 2 events. Simply because of, like, scheduling and stuff, I don't think everyone could make the 17th. So, what I've said is we're gonna do 17th, and I think probably after this stream, I'm gonna actually put down some dates of, like, which date do you want to do? To try and just get everyone involved, right? So this is the idea, right? We're gonna do 2 events, both on Saturday, to, you know, for scheduling purposes and stuff, it's easier to do big events like this on a Saturday. So, how it's gonna work, we're gonna have 2 VTubers at a time go up onto the stage, right? This is a very, like, low stakes sort of thing. This is a very silly thing, right? 2 VTubers at a time go up onto a stage, and they do 2 sets of improv for 5 minutes, right? But you should notice in the title it says Twitch chat, right? What does that mean? Right? Okay, so what happens is we give them a concept. We give, like, let's say hypothetically you're at the doctor's, right? That's the concept. One of them is free ball improving. They're like, oh, you know, I've just arrived at the doctor's today. And then the other one is getting all of their lines from Twitch chat. So you all have a massive fucking job on that stream, on those 2 streams, right? Where when the improv starts, you can just spam anything in the chat. Not like the same messages, of course, but, like, you know, just come up with new things, just throw them out, right? And then the other VTuber has to take the lines that they see from Twitch chat, and the other person has to try and turn that into a scene. Everything's gonna be Garfield. It's probably gonna be Garfield, isn't it? But honestly, it's improv, right? It's improv, so it'll be silly, it'll be funny, like, I would love to do this test if I could say shit as unhinged as I type. Yeah, like, we've got people signed up, we have people signed up, so we have, like, lovely fucking list of some fucking awesome people, right? I think we have about, oh, I'm bad at numbers. We have about, like, 30 or so people. I am making a massive, like, image with just everyone on it. I just need to, I guess, confirm, like, who can make everything, like at least, like, one of the 2 dates. Because I don't want to, like, include someone and then be like, I'm so sorry, they had to drop out, like, you know, in the process of like putting that out there, or like, you know, it's possible someone could drop out before that, right? But I, you know, I like to make my sources accurate. Yeah, so I think there's still some admin I need to do regarding the second date, but I can confirm the first date is going to be 17th of May at 5 p.m. BST, because I'm fucking bad at time zone stuff. And yeah, so I need to set up the general like list of like who's going up at when and stuff like that. Right, there's just admin stuff I need to do on my end. I'm gonna, if I can be entirely honest, I've not really said this out loud. I'm nervous. This is the first time I'm doing something like this, and I'm a little nervous being, and I don't know if I'm necessarily the best at organizing this sort of stuff. But like the concept of it, I think could be really funny, and I really want to like give this a go. If it, you know, it could work out, or it could be terrible, and I never do it again. But hey, like, you miss all the shots you don't take, right? Like, you gotta give it a go. And I will say in advance, if this all goes well and stuff, I would like to do some more, like, event hosting. And I will say that if we do, like, another event, it will be gaming focused. Like, I think when I sent this out, I think there was people that were like, I don't know if that's me, you know, improv isn't necessarily my thing, and that's valid, that's totally valid. It's just experiment with something I haven't personally seen before, and you know, just giving it a go, right? I said, and I quote, "Do not stick your lance in the eye of the long dead god, lest you be instantaneously transmuted into jello," earlier today on stream. And you have the blueberry to help you. Yeah, I do, yeah. I'm gonna be honest though, I think a lot of it has been me doing the planning and then him just being going, it's your event. I think on the day he'll probably be like super good with just like, you know, keeping things running and all that. But I think in the meantime, he's just been a bit like, it's your event, you're the one that organised it. It's like, help me, man! Hello, Taka, how you doing? I just announced my thing! I announced it! It's real! Taka's one of the people in it, if you want to know. Taka's involved. I'm good and yay! I'm excited! Yeah! I can send this to everyone as well! Let me do that. Everyone. Let me send that on the little chat. Poster! It be announced. Yeah. I didn't know they did that. Discord does a thing where it's just like, hey, you're doing like a at everyone, is that good? Sorry, you know I work late. Yeah, true. But yeah, I simply right, the reason that I know this is because, no, wait, what's the words? We're gonna actually kill Ethan. Ethan is involved. I can confirm Ethan is involved. Yes. I think, honestly, credit to Ethan as well, because, he actually, he was the one that said the idea about splitting it into 2 dates to make sure that everyone could be involved. And I really fucking appreciated that. So, big ups. Ethan would actually die live on stream. I can't wait. We got some fucking awesome people involved. I guess once I'm like 100% confirmed on like who can make the second date, I will just like officially publish the whole like, these are our competitors, you know? Not competitors. I don't want to say competitors because like, it's not a competition. We're not ranking like who's the funniest, right? We are simply just giving it a go and seeing what sticks and seeing just what's funny, right? So like as well, the plan is that I guess we could probably do it before the start of both streams, just in case someone like is there for one but not at the other or whatever, right? My mental plan is that me and Fella start it, so we start with like 2 sets of improv, just to get the ball rolling, just to be like, okay, this is what you have to do. And then we go into, like, the main sort of sets, right? I think it'll be good fun. I think it'll be good fun. Like, I think conceptually, I think this will be a very, very silly idea. But yeah, I wanna do this, and I think it's partly as well a way for me to test my own, like, hey, do I, you know, am I good at this sort of thing? Do I enjoy doing it? Whatnot, that sort of thing. And I do have an idea for a good gaming-based tournament afterwards. But I think it's the case of, if I do a game-based one afterwards, you know, maybe it's the case of, like, I ask for more help or something, or, like, maybe some co-hosting, or some, like, extra, like, hey, can you help organise this for me, because I'd love to do this, but, you know, not confident on my own or something, yada yada yada, right? Yeah. I'm really happy that this is announced now. Yeah, so, I guess I could probably also, okay, I'll definitely do it after stream. I'll definitely, like, start organising the second date, so that I can, like, actually post about this and just be like, here's the exact details, like, here's the exact dates and whatnot. Because my mental idea is 17th is, like, the original date and stuff, and then we do the second one for the people that can't make the 17th. And if people really enjoy the first stream or whatever, or in advance, like, if people are just like, they want to go again, they can fucking be like, yeah, sign me up for the second date, I'm down, you know? Like, I'm totally happy with that as, like, a concept, because, in my head, I already had it, that if numbers are uneven, a fella will just step in. Fella will step in to or they get the choice, right? They could get the choice to be like, do they want to do the set with Fella or Elias? Just, like, if the numbers are uneven. Because that could be nice, yeah. God, I don't know what to say now. I said the thing, and I did it, hooray, I did words. They do not want to set with me. True. Okay, but, it depends if you stay on scene, right? Look, I know I can handle you. I fucking, this is, like, yeah, this is the reason why I came up with this idea, right? It's honestly because of Fella. Because, I've said it before, but late at fucking night when I'm with him, we'll just be lying we'll just be lying down, spaced out, tired, and he'll be like, Elias, hypothetical. And I'm like, right, hit me. And we just run through, like, a fucking weird scene. We've had some really funny ones, right? I think the last one we had, we were talking about Sleep Token, right? And I think it ended up coming up with, like, Sleep Token songs are about eating bad shrimp and getting, like, the shits or something. I think we're going, like, what, come out from my ass, or something like that. We were just singing lyrics and just replacing bits of, like, shrimp and ass. Like, it doesn't make sense. I understand entirely. Couple goals, genuinely. Yeah, it severe psychic damage, but absolutely couple goals. I need to get at least one line in on the chat side. Yeah, honestly, you can spam, like, okay, as long as you're not spamming the same thing over and over again, because I think Twitch will probably, like, flag you for that. Like, as long as you're doing a different thing every time, you just need to shoot shit as fast as you can, and it can be, like, massive paragraphs, it can be 1 words, it can be 5 words, it can be my leg fell off, it can be egg, it can be in line with the concept if you really want it to be. Like, oh, doctor's visit. Hello, doctor, I would like to talk to you. Like, you could keep it as, like, as close to the script as possible. But the thing is, the idea is that everyone's doing this, right? Everyone's trying to just shoot their lines in chat, and then it's on the person that's on the stage to be like, okay, I'm gonna take this one because this is the first one I saw. You should not have told me this is good, that the Google Doc is underway. The Google Doc? What? What? One is just normal dots visit. Honestly, yeah. Okay, fella, I will admit, right? I think what we need to do is start coming up with just, like, some general lists of, like, here's some prompts that we can use. We could probably do, like, a little randomizer, and then go, like, okay, here's, like, a random button, we're just gonna click this random button, and this is your random concept that you have to work with. And try and keep it simple, because I know what your concepts are like. A lot of them is just an evil wizard shows up and he makes your foot, like, half an inch smaller. Like, we need to make it simple. We need simple concepts, because then we can work out, right? A list of one-liners. Yeah, basically, yeah, just have one-liners to hand and just be ready to shoot them. I'm still making that thing I said a second ago. Give me a second, it's gonna be amazing. Okay. Llama just pre-writing prompts. Yeah, honestly, like, okay, would you potentially want in our Discord server if I make a tab for prompts, or not prompts, or like just lines and stuff, where you can like just shoot some ideas out there, and then when the stream starts, you can just maybe copy from there, because then you've just written a bunch of things. That could be nice. I'd be down to make that for you all. Entire set of presets. Yeah, like... because then, yeah, because then, like, you can, you know, sort of, like, rather than, like, a Google Doc or whatever, you can just have, like... I mean, true, maybe a Google Doc could work. For, like, the people that want to do that. Just, like, hey, here's, like, a public Google document if you just want to add, like, anything on here. Then when the stream starts, you can just copy-paste, you know? Set up a quick mix-up bot that will do our presets at a button push. But this is the thing, right? Maybe. I think if I did that, I would want it to be a channel bot command, yeah. Because I wouldn't... Okay, I'd have to figure out how that would work. But I don't mind that being the case. Maybe for people who are like, okay, we don't know... You know, maybe they're like, I don't know what to think up on the spot, then it could be like, okay, we've written a bunch of presets. So, like, type in this command and it will just come up, right? Yeah, okay, if we can figure out how to get that sorted, we can probably see if we can do that. Which would probably be, like, if I'm correct, either feeding that into Mix-Up directly or feeding that into, like, say, a Google Doc, right? Maybe. Still figuring out the nitty gritty of it, right? If it's scuffed, it's scuffed. But hey, we give it a go, don't we? Didn't mix up it directly, I'd say. Okay. So I just need to keep tabs of what's said, right? Yeah. Okay. I'll help if you can't figure it out. Yeah. I'd appreciate that actually. Yeah. I will say, I think it's probably a smart idea on my end if certain channel point redeems are, like, maybe turned off for that stream. Just only for that stream also. So, like, I don't think Dogger would be available. Simply because, like, you know, I want the VTubers in question to have the spotlight, if you will. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else I need to talk about? I'm trying to think. Okay, you know what could be an idea? Fella, it entirely depends on your schedule. But we could maybe do, like, a mini practice round or something of, like, just some hypotheticals and improv and stuff. Just to, like, do almost like a warm-up session. Just to get some stuff in and just be like, okay, conceptually, how could this work, right? Like, practice improv, right? Sorry, I'm just doing my hair, 1 second. It's so fucking hot. It's not cool. I'm not... I don't have the clothes for this summer. Like, yesterday I was wearing a fucking black dress, and, like, sounds like it wouldn't be hot. No, it was fucking hot. Like, this is the thing, right? I'm not ready for the summer, like, dress-wise. But, like, I don't, like, okay, I don't really like wearing, like, shorts in a like, a work environment, right? You know, like, wearing shorts in a work environment or something. Like, I don't like showing off my body that much. I have, like, a very, like, covered up type of dress style. So the idea of, like, wearing summer, like, loose clothing and stuff, I don't like it. Felt like everyone wizard has harmed me once more. Fuck, he would. He would. Black dress, yeah. Elias is effectively a presentation I can very much not pull off. Like, I've said before, like, you know, I got the humunga bungers, right? And, like, button-up shirts don't fucking work. But holy shit, I love, like, this sort of style of dress. Just button-ups and ties and suspenders and stuff. It's just like, yeah, it's cool. I want to do it, but it's hard. I don't have the body type for it. Rip. I think I've said to fellas sometimes, like, a joke where I'm just like, I wish I could just take off my boobies and just donate them. Or just, like, have a zip on them, right? So I can just be like, I'm done for the day, and just zip them off. I know majority case in the model does not match the person, even more that's why I've had themselves. Yeah, true. Like, yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, there's a lot of VTubers that are like, anime cat girl, or like, anime angel, or like, impossible boobs, or like, the most ripped guy you've ever seen, ever. Like, I don't think a lot of people look like that. How the fuck am I getting serious deja vu right now? Oh, I know what you mean. I get deja vu a lot as well. Dead serious, I swear I've lived this exact moment out before. I know, yeah, I get that sometimes, it fucking sucks. Okay, right. Little lady begs to differ. Little lady can keep her boobies because I like them. I like looking at them. I want to bury my face in them. They are nice boobies. I think it's like I love boobs, but I think having them just sometimes it's just like, ugh, I'm done with it. Got that earlier today. Everyone's getting deja vu, did they? Oh, team, get on that. Garfield look Elias, a little lady polycule. Oh, that would be so. I mean, I don't know why Garfield is here. Kiwi's just memed Garfield into being in this polycule. Oh my god. I thought of. Okay, right. This is how my brain jumped. Right. I heard the word polycule. I remembered people joking in the Prosecco world about like polycules of like Poly Leonid and like Polynigo, and then I thought about Nightcord, and then I thought about Mafu 6, and then I needed to talk about Mafu 6. Mafu 6. Okay, right. Okay, let me trigger the autism, right? Okay, autism's triggered. Right, so Mafu 6 is happening in JP right now. We don't have the song yet, right? But like, guess it's my ads. I summon the ads. Let's go. That was devious. I do be fucking evil. But yeah, so this event, right? Matthew finally talks to her mum after like the fucking months where she's been living with Canada because she's been like, because that whole thing fucking fell through hard. And then like, shock and surprise, her mum actually apologizes. And like, and then her mum, right, is like, hey, so I've been getting couples counseling, like therapy. It's like, whoa, holy shit, she's trying. What the fuck, right? And Matthew's like, okay, I'm gonna like go back home, right? And she goes back home, and it's like things seem better for a bit, right? But then the card art, it don't look like that. Don't look like that. Nuh-uh. The song don't sound like that. Nuh-uh. What's going on? What's going on? Something's sus. Something's sus. This smells like shit. And from what I've read about the event, they both fall back into their patterns. So, like, Matthew has, like, quite fawning behavior, or shuts down almost. And, like, her mum is very much, like, overbearing and still trying to, like, be like, oh, dude, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this, right? And then, like, at the end of the event, her mum sort of, like, every time she does it, realizes, like, oh, shit, I shouldn't have done that, I'm sorry. But, you know, the damage is still there, right? Like, Matthew still sort of, like, reverts. And she blames herself. She blames herself for it. No! No, bitch, no! It's not your fucking fault. You did nothing fucking wrong. And then, yeah, at the end of the event, I think Matthew, like, is sort of compelled to speak her mind about something, and she's like, yeah, actually, I didn't really want to do this. Like, Mum was kind of overbearing. And then, like, her mum, like, doesn't take it too well, and then, like, her dad's like, okay, Matthew, go back to Canada. You kind of need that for a bit. It's like, fuck, ah! It's crazy. Like, Night Court has insanely fucking good writing. Like, I can't get over it. It's, like, because a lot of people know about Mizu 5, and just, like, the sheer fucking gut wrench that event was, right? But, like, all of their events are like this. Like, they're all just, like, just insanely fucking well written. I get when people talk bad about Toya 5, but I don't know the context of why they say that. Like, from the sounds of it, what it seems like is that Night Court just gets, like, the best fucking storytelling, and the other ones is like, eh. The lady claps when she turns her sleep. It's very disturbing to my beauty sleep. Well, you're complaining. I don't want to hear it. I'm glad she claps in her sleep. Good on her. Would love to see that. Oh, hold on, was something. Okay. Oh yeah, speaking of gacha games, right? Pokemon did, like, an update, right? Yeah. Okay, right, I'm fucking weird about Pokemon, right? I still pull on it, but I don't really play it. I play it solo player, but I don't really play it these days. Like, I have like, the Giratina deck, which is probably, like, the most meta one out there right now, right? Unless this new set has something, like, more meta. I don't think it does. Colonel, I'm trying to sleep, but the clap of ladies' ass cheeks is keeping me up. Yeah, okay, so, Pokemon tier list. I'm gonna be honest, I'm that fucking bitch when it comes to card games, because I don't play them often, right? I'm that sort of bitch that does just look at the meta tier list and just be like, okay, what can I build? I don't like doing the thinking part. I know it's on this website, just trying to find out where. I watched an interesting video just before stream, actually, that was about Nikkei, like the one with the ass cheeks, and it was saying that the plot of Nikkei is, like, really good. I just like looking at the video. Honestly, yeah, mood. Where is the, there it is. I'm blind. I just did not see that. Best oh, not best decks. Ah, wait. Okay, so those are the new ones. Soul Galio is one of the new S tiers. Okay. You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything. I've gone back to you, go, I know you have, because you tried to explain it to me and I'm just like, cool. Like, admittedly, like, I feel really bad when I'm like that, because I don't want to be that sort of person that's, like, dismissive of interest, because I've had someone like that, right? So, like, okay, fella, like, if you wanted to try and teach me Yu-Gi-Oh at some point, you could try. I can't promise you that I would like it, but I would at least, you know, I would at least like do another try, just because I don't like being that sort of person that's like, I don't get it, but okay, you know, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you that you're enjoying it. It's just something that, you know, the cards are kind of long, and to read them very quickly is just a bit like, whoa. I spent 2 hours looking for a specific Yu-Gi-Oh archetype because I didn't want to remember the name. Yeah, there's so much in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like, admittedly, I was never into the Pokemon, like, trading card game. I literally just got the pocket one because it sounded funny. I don't blame you. True. Thanks, yeah. Soul Galio EX can easily switch itself into the active spot using its Rising Road ability. Soul Breaker does... Soul Breaker, Soul Bad Guy! Does 120 damage for only 2 energy. It's susceptible to drawing poorly and being inconsistent. Okay, so what are the cards then? Cosmog switches Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, which is probably the Soul Galio play. Cosmoem, which is the evolution. During your opponent's next turn, the Pokemon takes minus 50 damage from attacks. Okay. Soul Galio, 2 energy, the Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch it with your active Pokemon. That's crazy. If any of your bench Pokemon have damage on them, this attack does 50 more damage. Ooh, Drampa, that's a good one. I'm not seeing what Rare Candy does. Choose one of your basic Pokemon in play. If you have a stage 2 card in your hand that evolves from that Pokemon... Wait, okay, Choose a basic Pokemon. If you have a stage 2 card that evolves from that Pokemon, put that card onto the basic Pokemon to evolve it, skipping the stage 1. Oh, so it skips stage 1! That's actually fucking crazy! You can't use this during first turn or in basic Pokemon that was put into play this turn. That's fucking crazy! That's actually... That's a good card. But... Unless I'm done... And then discard Pokemon tools. Okay. Unless I'm fucking dumb... Why is that on this list? Because none of these are stage 2. Oh, wait! What? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I didn't realize the fucking, like... Soul Galio. I didn't realize it's a stage 2. Pardon me. Have I ever sneezed on stream before? I think that was a first. Unless... I can't recall ever, like, sneezing on stream, actually. Unlike Fella, who has, like, an apocalyptic sneeze, I'm very dainty, actually. Unless I don't want to be. Sometimes I can let myself be a little bit loud, but generally speaking, I'm pretty dainty. A lot of archetypes are monsters and spells that only act on each other within said archetype, but I love seeing decks that use the vague abilities to mix and match different monsters and spell types. Yeah, like, I can see why people like it. It's just like there's a lot to it, you know. As a newbie, it's a little intimidating, right? I think that's kind of like somewhat similar to how I feel about Dragon Ball, of like, I'd like to get into Dragon Ball. It's just like, as a newbie, it's a little bit like, do I have to watch Dragon Ball? I wanna get into Z, but like Dragon Ball, like its humor's kind of, but then like, what if I miss references? You know. With a mouth that big, I'm surprised his cough doesn't count as a sonic attack. Yeah. Could be, honestly, could be. Like, I'm not even kidding. You guys are so lucky, because when I'm around him, right, if he sneezes, sometimes my ears ring. That's how bad it is. I've had times where I've had to hold my ear and just be like, holy shit, ow. Because he's that loud. He's that loud. I was kidding. Yeah, no, he's that loud. and he said, like, because, what was it? There was that, like, page on Blue Sky that said he was, like, the sneeze of the week, right? And then he went, like, I'm not that loud, am I? And I'm like, yeah, you are! You have caused me physical pain with your sneezes. Also, the monsters that have a Bible's worth of abilities are normally negated by a spell that just says negate and can't be stopped. Yeah. I think, like, admittedly, I've always been kind of interested in doing more board games. But I think it's just like I've never really had the people to do it with. Because, like, I think a lot of my friends are a bit more video game based than board game. My family... okay, I think for my family, they would play board games, but it's, one, not regular, and two, they don't like complicated ones. So it's got to be something simple like Uno. Board game stream. That could be fun. Like, I wouldn't play Monopoly. Flat out. Of all the board games to play, I wouldn't do Monopoly. I find Monopoly, like, an actual fucking drain on my psyche. Simply because there's too much math involved for me, and I don't like it. How will Elias J. Dodger ever survive in the real world? We don't know. I'm like, right, okay, it's okay. Capitalism, true. And I use real money. Oh, good lord. I'll donate 10 gift subs if you give me all your properties. Just... Doesn't Twitch have, like, some things about gambling, though? Wouldn't that technically count as gambling? Like, couldn't that be kind of weird? It's not gambling if I win. You just buy the win. It's like, I'm just winning, straight up, just winning. I'm so hungry. I can smell food's been done. I'm like really hungry today. I think once Kiwi's done with that thing, I'm probably gonna think about ending stream. This was like a relatively shorter stream, you know. I cried today. I deserve the rest. I'll pay you 5 real life smackaroos to fuck up. Oh, I think we did it once, and that was these like Simpsons money. I don't remember if the deck was Simpsons itself. I just remember having Simpsons money the one time we played, and I think we just joked about like the Lisa $5 or something. Oh, okay. You know what I would do though? I would do a puzzle stream of like getting like a puzzle and solving a puzzle. I'm not very good at solving puzzles, but I would do it. Lisa $. Yeah, Lisa $. What if I trade you all your property for Lisa $? Fella knows what I'm talking about. But I think with that one game, we have this one friend that's like really into Monopoly, and they were the one that said, oh yeah, let's play Monopoly, right? And then we're like, I bet. And it went on for so long that I think most of us were deliberately trying to lose just to stop and just be like, I just want to go drink and just like not do Monopoly anymore, please. I receive Grand Hotel, you receive 15 Lisa $. Oh, you guys have no, like, you have no idea, right? I am so tempted now, after stream, to just look at AO3 more and look at the Luke X Reader fanfic. What if I just take like a sneak peek, right? I find one and I just take a sneak peek and I'm just like, I see what my reaction is, because granted, right? I looked at general audiences. I didn't look at like the mature text. So there might be more if we're looking live life to the fullest. Yeah, do it, let's go! Yeah, there might be more if we're talking like mature categories, because maybe that's where a lot of like the reader ones come in. Okay. Street Fighter. Let me have a gander. Characters. We want Luke. So, I believe rating hasn't been done. Okay, yeah. Then we want to find Luke X Reader. And this one isn't filtered, right? So this one will just be like anything, right? Okay, There's one with original character, but we don't really want that. Oh, relationships, right? There's still only 5? Oh, heartbreaking. Okay, yeah, it's still only 5, right. I'm just gonna click on a random one. Scroll down a bit. This is a short one. I think a few of these are quite short. He pecked your cheek! Shamans, I gotta go chat, no reason. Oh, but like, the way I would do a fanfic writing stream now. Chat, what have you done? What have you done? I mean, granted, I haven't done a writing stream in a while. I think that could be so silly to do. Sorry, I'm actually blushing. I'm thinking about like, I'm gonna puke. I don't know what happened, but ever since I started streaming, I'm gonna puke has become my like default response to things. Pleasant or unpleasant, I'm just like, I'm going to puke. I have unleashed a fraction of my power. Oh god. I love Street Fighter 6 so much, man. He's so pooky. He will yap to me about a game that I have never played in my life. He will tell me like the weird fucking speedrun glitches of a game from like the 80s, and I will listen and I'll just be like, oh my god, he's so fucking hot. I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of me with Fella. Fella telling me about something where it's like, I don't know it, but I love that he loves it so much, and it's adorable. I mean, I probably could pull up the fan art, not the fan art, the commissions. Honestly, mood. Yeah! It's so cute! Like, I love it even with friends, right? Like, I love when my friends can just be like, oh, here's a thing that I really want to tell you about, and or like, here's a thing that I just love, you know? Because, like, you know, like, my one friend who's really into, film, right? Like, sometimes we'll just talk and it'll just be like, I love how much he loves it. It makes me so happy to see. It warms my fucking heart. It's making more and more sense now I know you're together. Yeah! We have been together for, I want to say, 8 years? Is it 8 years this year, or 8 years this year, or is it 9? I can't remember. I'm doing counting, wait, I'm doing counting. It's gonna be 9 this year. Wait, am I right? I think we have, yeah, so have been together for 8. The end of this year will be 9. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. I think that's probably why it doesn't seem like we're, you know, that's probably why it doesn't seem like we're a couple. I can't say it on this. No! Yeah, it's probably because, like, we have just been together for so long, and we've sort of, like, gone past the whole, like, honeymoon couple phase of, like, where you're, like, super fucking overt about it. Of just, like, oh god, this is my pookie, you know, like... I think what happened for us was we had a moment where we saw another couple like it, and then we were like, oh, is that what we look like? I gotta start hating you more visibly in public. Yeah, I think what's nice as well is, even though, like, on streams and stuff, like, you know, I think sometimes he does genuinely cause me psychic damage, i.e. split fiction, but, like, even on streams, like, we're always just like, gross, you know, like, it's always in joke. It's always in joke. I love that fucking dude to bits. I'm fixing the issue, small delay. It's okay, it's okay. Yeah, he's my little fucking weirdo. Yeah, like, okay. I have like little transparent versions as well, which is cute. I love these little. I love how these came out. They're so silly. They're so cute. and they came through so quickly. Like I ordered them the day before, and they came the next day, and I was like, what? What? Is this one transparent background? Doesn't look like it. Yeah. Let me put my cute things. Let me put my cute things on. Let me put cute shit on the screen for a moment. Did I put that in here? No, I didn't. Okay, sweet. There we go. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, look at You look at this one. This one was by. Let me. Yeah. This one was by. Grabbing the name again. Mice the Emperor. I love it. I made my little banner in blue sky as well. It's very fucking cute. And then the other one is by Celia Yuri. And the image thing is here. And new source. There we go. And browse thing. And then there's this one. He grew an ear. What the fuck? Yeah, they came out so cute. I love them. So, like, you know, I'm easing myself into the eventual time when I commission Elias and Luke art. Like, oh yeah, here's one with my actual partner, and here's one with a fictional man. Look, like, a fella can't hate it simply because he's the one that got me into Street Fighter in the first place. He single-handedly got me into fighting games, so he is to blame. Fuck, now it's a gif. Yeah, oh god. You made this bed, now light it. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, he knew the power. He knew the power of, like, the straight gooning that is being a fighting game fan, right? He knew what that entailed, and, you know, he should have known that, like, I would have, become this. God, like, I need to pull it up someday. I think I've got it, but I have to, like, dig around a little bit. But I'm pretty sure I can sort of pull up, like, where my first, you know, me seeing Street Fighter 6 image was. Like, my first sort of discussion. Because I think it was, like, fella initially was like, oh my god, Street Fighter 6, what the hell? And I'm like, oh, nice, cool. And then I'm looking at the trailers and stuff, and then I'm like, hello? Luke? Hi. Hey. Hey, Luke from Street Fighter 6. I want Bridget Conley. This is a joke. I'm asexual, I think. Like, I haven't seen the episode, but I saw, like, a little clip of Bridget from the latest episode of Dual Rulers, and, like, whoa, Bridget! I love it for Bridget. Bridget in the bath, was it like Bridget in, like a lake, bathing? I was like, wow, Bridget! I might download a virus. What are you doing? What are you sending me? I need to watch the anime. Like, the way Fella and I described the anime is it is so fucking self-indulgent. It is all the tropes of, like, your classic fucking anime. You know, like, visually it's really good, right? The 3D is really good, but, you know, as a show, it is anime tropes. It's just like anime tropes you know, squeezed into a fucking needle and injected straight into your bloodstream, and I can't hate it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And like, even the opening, right? Even the opening, it's like, it's just, hey, have you seen an anime opening? Here's the tropes of an anime opening, right? Okay, I know YouTube hated me for pulling up the Haikyuu scene. So, okay, if I do this, I'm gonna mute it and just, like, look at it on my end. Dual Rulers OP. I think it's kind of weird, right? Okay, right. Okay, right. Yeah. So it's got, like, the whole fucking, like, Guilty Gear start. You did it, it's done. Oh, let's have a ganja. Let's have a ganja. I hope I don't get a virus. Okay. Fella just saying we have an art page, it belongs here. Oh, that's the John Stars. Okay, right. What's the best way to do this? It's true art in a gallery. Okay. Let me download it and then I'll, like, put it on the stream, I guess. Okay. Then we want media file, local file.
We gather here today to bear witness to the union of our new king.
Can we just skip ahead to the IDs?
Go on.
Wait, did that have sound? Oh yeah, it did have sound, yeah.
To bear witness to the union of our new king.
Can we just skip ahead to the IDs?
Go on.
Just, oh my god. Luke is a short king. The fact is Garfield objecting to the wedding. The little face Luke makes, he's just like a little fucking frown. Kiwi, I love this. Thank you so much. Oh, that was fucking funny. You're a professional video maker. Yes, you are. I love this now. Luke is a short king. He really is. Hooray, validation. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We'd love to see it. Alright, okay, what's time? It's still bright outside. That's crazy. Okay. I think I'm gonna call stream here because I'm hungry and I think, like, my mum asked me to walk the dog and then I was like, oh, but, like, you know, I'm planning to stream, I just need my phone to charge. And, you know, I got a little bit of, like, the, like, silent treatment a little bit about it. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think I need the walk. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm going out with my papa. I might stream on Monday. It depends what me and Fella decide. But we might do some more split fiction because we've got bank holiday. So we might do some more split fiction. Hi, hungry, I'm dead. No, you're not my dad! I had to put that into a compression website twice to be able to send it without nitro. Oh god, yeah. I don't even have nitro. I thought about it, but honestly probably not because, you know, Discord's new CEO and stuff. Discord might go down the shitter in the next, like, year, so I'm anticipating the fall of Discord. It could happen. Can't wait for the Cursed Among Us to kill the computer again. Okay, if Fella fucking does that and it breaks everything again, I'm killing him. Well, I got a few viruses, but sure, it's fine. I'm gonna get nitro streaming as a full-time job. True, yeah. Okay. Righty-yo. It's so fucking hot as well. I'm sweating. If I had balls, they would be sweating. It's so fucking hot. It's so fucking hot. Like, my legs, they are, like, dripping fucking wet. It's so fucking hot. It's not okay. It's not okay. Preach. I need to get shit done. Yeah. I will let you raid out and then you can go get shit done. Or just support someone else. Who can we raid out to? I always love the just chatting one because I always feel that every time I look at it, there's always like someone like new around. I'll be like Elias model with shorts. I mean, I used to have shorts. Didn't I? With my earliest design, I did have shorts in it. So like, if I could like adapt this design to have like shorts, then like it's possible. Some of the fit, yeah. Like, take my old design and make that like a model, I guess. Rolled up sleeves. Yeah, rolled up sleeves. Yeah, or like. Well, again, okay, if we look at my old, like, my earliest design, the one I did, right? Because I think that was very much, like, that, you know? Just need to find the... Find the early version of it, right? Give me a moment, and I will find it. No, not there. It's not there. Yeah, here we go. Ah! Why is it so big? I joined when you were the black and white PNG. Oh yeah, Elias Honk. Yeah. Yeah, so this was my early design. Elias Honk was effectively like, because I used to use... Oh god, it's not fucking scaling. Why is it so big? What the fuck? Give it a moment. It will show up. It will show. Oh, ooh. Yeah. There we go. This was my earliest design, and like what I said was when I commissioned Eris for my character sheet, I did commission them with this as like the model, and then I was like, hey, if you feel like there's anything better, you know, design wise, if you feel like there's, you know, because I'm not a professional artist, right? And I was sort of like, I gave them my current design, and then I was like, but hey, if you feel like there's something better that you could pull off, I totally welcome it. And then they came up with the character sheet, and I was like, that's so fucking good. Yeah, but like, I could probably take like the color scheme of current Elias, but then do like adaptations on the clothing. So it's simply just shorter sleeves, shorts, maybe not boots, maybe booties, I guess, or sandals. We could do sandals. Get my fucking toesies out. Paler than sand. Yeah, I didn't catch the sun back then. Crazy. Alright, okay. Let's see who can raid out to. Beefy's live. I can see Beefy's around. Crocs. Okay, Crocs weren't invented in the 1920s, so it's gotta be something that was in the 1920s, okay? Fru's live. Assa's live. Got, Beefy. Beefy's playing Oblivion. Attacker's drawing. Blues. Oh, there's so many people live. What the hell? Okay. I have. Okay. Let's raid. Let's raid into. Yeah. Okay. Rai's doing a 300 follower special, so let's do Rai. Okay. Okay. Let's raid into Rai. Thank you for coming to today's stream. It started off on like a bit more of a mellow note, a bit reflective, but I really cheered up. You guys have really cheered me up, and I honestly, I love streaming, right? Like, I love that I can come in at like any sort of point and then like always just get my mood just lifted up, and I love it. I love it. You're all very funny and all very nice. We hear of you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was playing D&D, and when they said you can't have that, they didn't exist in medieval times, I would just add word medieval from what I was trying to do. Medieval skateboard, yeah.
Hiya HDB so vagod vwould shawavade bebe, dick's fallen off.
Sure. and once again, I'll post some more details about the improv show once we've finalised some bits and stuff. But 17th, I hope you'll be there. And I hope we'll have some silly fun times with a bunch of awesome fucking people. Alright, okay. Raid starting now. Have your fun in Raid stream. I'll see you later. Goodbye everybody. My dick fell off.